Liam sat at the edge of his bed, head buried in his hands. The sun had just begun to rise, but for him, the day already felt heavy. Another morning of confusion. Another day where everything felt too much. He was 27, working a decent job, living in a small apartment. Yet his mind was always noisy. Every thought competed for space. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Why am I not where I should be in life? He scrolled through his phone, comparing his life to others. Everyone seemed to be doing better, faster, richer, happier. And inside he whispered, "I'm lost." That afternoon, Liam met his old friend, Noah. They hadn't seen each other in years. Noah looked peaceful, calm, even glowing with a quiet confidence. They sat on a park bench under a large oak tree. Liam couldn't hold back. He poured out his frustration. I don't know what's wrong with me. Noah, I'm trying so hard to do everything right, but I feel stuck. My mind never stops." Noah smiled softly. "You're trying to fill your mind," he said, "when what you really need is to empty it." Liam frowned. "Empty it? What do you mean?" Noah picked up a small cup from the coffee stand beside them. He pointed to it. "See this cup? Imagine it's your mind." Then he started pouring coffee into it. Slowly at first, then faster, until the liquid spilled over the edge. "No matter how good the coffee is," he said, "if the cup is already full, it can't take more. It just overflows and makes a mess." That's what happens when your mind is filled with noise, opinions, fears, and expectations. Nothing new can enter. Liam watched the spilled coffee drip to the ground. It made sense, but he didn't know how to do that. "How do I empty it?" he asked quietly. Noah stood up, looked at the open park space, and said, "Come with me tomorrow morning. I'll show you." The next day, just before sunrise, Liam met Noah at a quiet lakeside. The air was crisp. The water is perfectly still. Noah said nothing at first. He just stood, breathing slowly, eyes closed. Liam grew impatient. After a while, he finally said, "What are we doing here?" "Listen," Noah replied. "Listen to what?" "Exactly." The silence around them was deep. No traffic, no phones, no voices, only the sound of water touching the shore. And for the first time in a long while, Liam noticed how loud his own thoughts were. His mind kept racing. "This is pointless. I'm wasting time. What if someone sees us?" Noah opened his eyes. "You see," he said, "even in silence, your mind is shouting. You're fighting a war that doesn't exist outside. It's inside you." Liam nodded slowly. Noah continued, "Emptying your mind isn't about forgetting everything. It's about letting go. The fears, the expectations, the noise, so life can speak to you again." Noah handed Liam a small notebook. "Write everything that fills your mind," he said. "Every fear, every regret, every what if. Don't think, just write." For the next 20 minutes, Liam scribbled furiously. Line after line poured out. "I'm not good enough. My parents are disappointed. I'm scared to fail. I compare myself too much. I can't forgive myself." When he finally stopped, his hands were trembling. The page was full. Maybe for the first time, he had seen his mind on paper. Noah looked at him and said gently, "Now read it once and tear it apart." Liam hesitated. "Tear it? But those words aren't you," Noah said. "They're just noise." So, with a deep breath, Liam tore the pages into small pieces. The paper fluttered into the lake, carried away by the gentle wind. And as he watched them float away, something strange happened. His shoulders felt lighter. The air around him felt quieter. They sat in silence again. Minutes passed. Then Noah spoke softly. "When your mind is full, you live in the past and the future, always thinking about what was or what might be. But when you empty it, you return to now. That's where life happens, Liam. Right here, right now." Liam looked at the lake, how it reflected the morning sky. For once, he wasn't thinking about tomorrow's deadlines or yesterday's mistakes. He was just here, and that felt new, yet natural. He whispered, "It's so peaceful." Noah smiled. That peace was always there. You just couldn't hear it under the noise. Days passed. Liam returned to his busy life. Meetings, phone calls, messages. But something inside him had changed. He started noticing when his mind became crowded. When thoughts began to spiral, he would pause, breathe, and say to himself, "Empty the cup." It became his little mantra. And surprisingly, things started to flow better. At work, he stopped overthinking every mistake and started listening to his team, to ideas, to his own intuition. He didn't rush to fill every silence. He learned that clarity comes when the noise fades. A few weeks later, Liam returned to the same lake, this time alone. The air felt the same, but he didn't. He sat on the same rock where Noah once stood and whispered, "I get it now." He looked at his reflection in the water. He wasn't perfect. He wasn't there yet, but his heart was calm. He could finally hear himself again. He realized all his life he had tried to fill his mind with success, approval, information, validation. But peace came only when he emptied it. A few days later, Liam met Noah again at the park. This time, Liam was the one smiling. "I used to think success was about doing more," he said, "but now I know it's about being more present." Noah nodded. When you stop trying to control every thought, you make space for the right ones to stay. They both laughed, and for a moment, the world felt still, like the universe had exhaled. Sometimes life feels too heavy, not because of what's happening around us, but because of what's happening inside us. We carry years of worry, fear, anger, and self-doubt, like stones in a backpack, and then we wonder why we feel tired all the time. But imagine if you could just put it all down, let go, empty the cup, because when your mind is full, there's no room for growth. But when it's empty, it becomes open, and that's when life starts to pour in. So today, ask yourself, what's filling your mind? Is it helping you grow or holding you back? Remember, you can't pour new light into a full lantern. You must first create space for it to shine. Empty your mind of doubt. Empty your mind of fear. Empty your mind of everything that doesn't serve your peace. And you'll see, the world hasn't changed. You have. Because sometimes the most powerful step forward is to simply let go. Liam's story isn't about silence or meditation. It's about clarity. He learned that life doesn't need to be figured out all at once. It needs to be felt. And when you empty your mind, you don't lose anything. You make space for everything that truly matters. So tonight, before you sleep, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself, "Empty the cup," because peace begins within you. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a little peace today. And remember, your journey begins the moment you stop running inside your own mind. Empty your mind, a story about peace, clarity, and letting go. You can't pour new light into a full lantern because peace begins within you.